Nurkic in at the 5 down low. George, no good.
He goes up strong, but he is.
Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
And the Clippers starting 5. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Lillard. Inside, 4 on the clock, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
McCollum against George. Down low, Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
About a minute played so far here in the first. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Now, here is George. Pass to Leonard. Morris outside. Pass to George. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. McCollum finds Hollis Jefferson. Now Lillard. Right side, Covington. Pass to Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
George against McCollum. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Let's go. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Zubac, that's good.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the rejection by Cousins. Lobs it up for Kanter, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
The athleticism of Lillard helps him be effective inside. It makes it hard for the bigger, slower defenders to hold him in check.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Rondo passes to Cousins. To the middle, here's George. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And then for Los Angeles, Mand's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for George.
that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Off target with his three.
You just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's McCollum. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
McCullum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Everly with the ball. On the wing, Batum. Kennard for three. And it's Portland with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. And then Lillard slams it in.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
6 seconds left to play here in the first. And stolen by Lillard. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. No free throw is good from Lillard.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverly, and it's man in at the three. And here's Beverly after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Portland leading by 7. Jones looking for an opening. Anthony kicks to Jones. Back to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Jones, no one around him. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Foul. He's jacked in for Damian Lillard. Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. The pass to Simons. Lets it go. Offensive rebound. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 9 points. And here is Los Angeles now. Rondo passes to Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember Domantas as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's Simons. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lobs it up for Cantor. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And look at Cantor rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Cantor. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers trail by 6. The drive by Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Powell with the steal. Here's Simons. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Leonard kicks to Morris. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Tanner, high post. 1:15 left in the first half. Anthony finds Jones. Back to Anthony. Lets the 3 fly. Portland no good that time either. Clippers trail by 4. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Rondo bounce pass. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. And the Clippers making a change here as well. George is checked in. Passes it to Zubac. Good work there as it goes. Zubac has got 5 now.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. He feeds it to Covington. Over George. Portland again missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Clock at 6. Outside for Rondo. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Hollis-Jefferson, and the last second attempt doesn't fall.
I really like the hustle of Morris. He does a terrific job crowding the shooters.
And a close.
Carmelo, I know in this system communication is key. How did that impact tonight's game?
It's working right now. We got it fine.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a 2-point lead. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
The rebound.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hollis-Jefferson is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at center. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. There's the dish to George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Portland leading. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Beverly against Lillard. For three, Covington. A shot off that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Beverly, the pass to George. Back to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. For the lead. Gets hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jackson drives in, and the dunk by Jackson.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Now, here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. McCollum finds Nurkic. Shoots over Cousins. Nurkic the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And now the fast break. George with the ball. They get it back. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Like whenever Jackson uses his speed on the glass, keeping possessions going.
Beverly against Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by George. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Derek Jones in for Robert Covington. Now here's Leonard. 6 points for him. For the lead. Los Angeles with another miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Lillard on the money from 12 feet away. Lillard's got 11 points.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
1:33 left to play here in the third. Now Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kicks it to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard's shot is off. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Back to Anthony. Now the pass to Lillard. To the inside. Here's Kanter. Another shot. Count the basket. He has 6.
And there's been a drop-off in their defense since halftime. I mean, they don't nearly have the same energy they did in the first half.
And here's Beverly. Just a man from past the arc. Los Angeles with another miss. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Over in the corner, Lillard. No good on the 3. Clippers trail by 4. Kennard with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Oh, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Simons. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Keeps it alive. It's hauled in by Zubac. Leonard the pass to Kennard. Covington with the steal. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Jackson. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
Here's Simons. He dishes it to Carmelo. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And it's off from three-point range. The Clippers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Jackson down low. To take the lead. 6 to shoot. Here's Batum. Second shot opportunity. And George kicks to Leonard. Batum wide open. He fires. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. And the Clippers have possession here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Lock at 6. High post, Zubac. There's Jackson with the 3. Powell pulls it in. And for Portland, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And the basket by Jones.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Jackson to the paint. Leonard inside, defended by Jones. Here's Zubac, 13 feet away. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland leading. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And Jones slams it home.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Jackson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes to pass now here in the fourth. Yep, it counts.
Oh, and Jackson is very gifted at finishing through aggressive defense, just a master at controlling his body.
Simons surveying the D. Fires the 3. Here's Cantor. Hits the layup in for the sweep pump fake to freeze the D. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Patrick Beverly is checked in for Los Angeles. And that one is good.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now here's Lillard. 1:46 left in the fourth. And Nurkic gets it to go.
This is what you want from Nurkic. A fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
George dishes to Leonard. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Inside, here's Zubac. Leonard against Covington. And the shot goes down.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moment.
Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Money!
Oh, Just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now, here is George. Offline with his three. Beverly against Lillard. McCollum outside. No good from outside. Now the Clippers with it.
Can't waste any time here.
You're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubas. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Connects from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
The quick, accurate release. McCollum thrives on catch-and-shoot opportunities.
That doesn't go either for George. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a look. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Covington in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the inside, Porzingis with the steal. Richardson with it. Lillard picks him up. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. On tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Here's Doncic. That misses off the backboard.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
That one goes in.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
Now here's Richardson. Pass to Finney Smith. Back to Richardson. The pass to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Shoots over Nurkic, and that one's good. Doncic.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Doncic kicks to Richardson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Nice job, Richardson playing now in the mid-range. That tells me his offensive game is showing confidence.
Lillard surveying the D. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Here's the lob to the hoop. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Here's Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Nurkic. The shot. It's rebounded by Dallas.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now Brunson. Wide open. And no good. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Powell, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo,
it's a tie game in Dallas. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
Actually, Cleveland is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Burke, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Foul for three. You can't get that one to fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Fires at the elbow. And that one, good. Brunson's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. Mavericks running again. Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. Back to Cauley-Stein. Dallas moving the ball around. Taken away by Anthony. Pass to Simons. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. There's the pass to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony kicks to Kansas. Shoots over Marjanovic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
I mean, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Now here's Brunson to the left wing. Passes to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Powell. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Powell's got his first points of the game.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Here's Brunson. Here's Marjanovic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Puts the move on. Powell finds Jones. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons, the pass to Jones. A different look for Dallas. Zingas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Redick comes in for Trey Burke. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. pass to Cauley-Stein. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hardaway with a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers trail by 4. Jones dishes to Lillard. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, Lillard aggressive in this game so far. Awesome at finding different ways to attack close to the rim.
52 seconds left now here in the second. Outside, Porzingis takes the 3. Dallas, no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Stolen by Cantor. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard with it.
Oh, yes, sir. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Richardson outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
That's good from Richardson.
Remember Josh Richardson, a second-round pick. He has come a long way in this league in a short time. A great athlete who shoots it well and enjoys playing the D.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 3 on the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Well, when you get Nurkic the ball in that spot, he's usually a knockdown threat.
Mavericks leading by 3. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Covington against Doncic. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic looking it over.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And stolen by Richardson. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That's his first foul. Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. The 3 for Doncic. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer.
McCollum against Richardson. Lillard from outside. That one, no good. Nice D from Doncic.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall their getting slightly out-rebounded.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Doncic against Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Trailblazers trail by 6. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Cauley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Doncic. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Simons, the pass to Jones. Here's Simons. 1:43 left in the third. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Lays it up and banks it in. Cauley Stein's got his second basket of the game.
Cauley Stein, a big that can run the floor, so he can be a weapon in the fast break game.
Simons surveying the D. And then Jones with the jam.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
The pass to Brunson. Hardaway with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jones, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, energy is good, but not smart there trying to go through somebody on that play.
Zinkas is checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Trey Burke. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. The Mavericks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleber's checked in. Here's Simons. And he gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 4-point game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He dishes it to Redick. Fires the 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. He gets it in there. And now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And we've reached the end of the third. It's Dallas up. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lobs it up for Anthony. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. By himself. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can see Porzingis, a great job as a big to run the floor and help get that 3.
Lillard outside. From the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Finney Smith. Back to Kleber. Pass to Finney Smith. For 3. That shot, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Anthony.
Well, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
Outside, Porzingis. Fires from the wing. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 6. And for Portland, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Puts up a 3. No good there. And it's Dallas the other way. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. So it's Richardson with the jam.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Doncic against Covington. Again, the Mavericks score.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Lillard outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. McCollum outside. Trailblazers keep it alive. Here's Nurkic. Covington trying to break free. Porzingis with the block. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Powell in the high post. Some nice passing here by Dallas. From deep three-point range, Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Doncic with it. From deep. That won't go. He's failed to score in 6 of his 11 tries from the field. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from McCollum.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum there, willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
Doncic against Covington. Out to Doncic. Lots of room. And good as it just snugs right down through the net. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The 3. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Covington against Doncic. And here's Covington.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Oh, what terrific
hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Now, Doncic. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
To the middle, here's McCollum. It counts!
And McCollum's pace hasn't changed even under pressure.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball. In fact, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Doncic against George. Doncic passes to Kleber. Puts it up. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 3. It's hauled in by Zubac, a guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. The offensive rebound, and again the turnover by the Clippers. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jackson against Doncic. Stolen by Jackson. From deep three-point range. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Doncic with it. Over George. 13 feet away. Porzingis can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Jackson dishes to George. Zubac the pass to George. Jackson from long range. And that one is off. Nice D from Doncic. Pass break Dallas. Doncic leading the charge. And it's good for 2.
The first bucket for this offense. 1 of 4 to start the game.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Jackson against Doncic. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Passes it to George. Just 5 to shoot. He's on target from 8 feet out.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now, here's Richardson, defended by George. And the rejection by Zubac. And he recovers it. Porzingis finds Doncic. And that one hits back iron.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Snatched up. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard, that's for 2.
Goodness! That was special.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Redick passes to Brunson. Back to Redick. Jacks up a 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Los Angeles leading by 4. Up the floor. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Batum is accustomed to getting pushed around a bit, so he's a tough guy who can embrace the contact.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum, with Kobe or maybe an Anthony Davis with the team. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's Brunson after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. A beautiful reverse layup.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And the Clippers have possession. Outside Rondo. Floats it up for Cousins. It doesn't go for him. Mavericks trail by 4. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Hardaway kicks to Cauley-Stein. Shoots. Bank shot. No good.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he's still got to make these shots, in my opinion.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Cousins throws it down.
How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
Rondo against Brunson. Shot from free throw range. Jump shot is good.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Here's Rondo. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game.
You know, this game, you know, it's a physical.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum. And it's Mann in at the 3. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Redick way outside. Redick can't get that one to fall. The Clippers in the lead. Kennard, the pass to Beverley. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Powell down low. Defended by Batum. Powell, that's good.
Dwight Powell certainly is high energy, and his hops help him a lot inside.
Beverley, the pass to Kennard. Cousins, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Cauley-Stein. He dishes it to Powell. Back to Cauley-Stein. Powell against Batum. 6 to shoot. Here's Burke. Hardaway kicks to Cauley-Stein. They grab their own miss. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Richardson. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Richardson outside. Lets it go with the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Los Angeles leading by 6. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
Leonard attacking. George looking over the floor. And the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's Doncic missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hits it from three-point range. And now it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Here's Doncic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. In the corner, George with it. And it's blocked.
Richardson showing you his defensive anticipation there with the block shot.
Mavericks trail by 9. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Mavericks making the shot. Good on the shot.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Doncic looking it over. Count that one. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Here's George. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And the Clippers lead by 7. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's Kleber. The Mavericks rebound. Finney-Smith. And he makes that one.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Here is Rondo. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Cousins. And And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Andrew Beverly is checked in for the Clippers. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mavericks trail by 5. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Brunson scanning the floor. Dallas again missing. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. Tries it from 19. George finds Leonard. Cousins with it. Shakes him. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Cousins has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Mann. Guarded by Hardaway. Mann gets the bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Stolen by Beverly. Here's Mann. Burke covering. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 13.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Looking to end the run. And it's laid in by Brunson. Brunson's got 6 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Beverly. And he banks in the layup. Beverly's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Mavericks trail by 13. Now Brunson. He's got 6. Stolen by Beverly. Kennard for 3. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. The feed to Batum. Lock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shot on the wing. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's Hardaway with the drive. Comes up empty down low. Los Angeles leading by 11. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Beverly the pass to Kennard. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Got a piece of it. And he's going up for the alley-oop. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Kennard for 3. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. That's his first personal foul. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. 5 to shoot. And Leonard gets it to go.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end. And let's be diplomatic and just say, no. Are you kidding me?
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
The drive by Jackson. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Jackson.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Doncic against Jackson. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Los Angeles leading by 13. Jackson looking it over. Outside, George. He feeds it to Cousins. He can't hit that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Fast break, Dallas. Pull-up jumper. At the tip, Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
Here's George. Yes, that goes in. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Doncic with it. George picks him up. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now, here's Doncic from deep. They get the rebound. He doesn't hit that one. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Porzingis against Cousins. Dish now to George. Three-pointer. Mavericks with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
George finds Jackson. Here's Morris. On the wing, Jackson. Guarded by Doncic. Floats it up for Cousins.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Doncic outside. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. He could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
And here's George for three. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 11.
Not much the defense could do there with Richardson bouncing like that.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Leonard finds George. And so Los Angeles takes the win. So thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's... And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson, then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Lillard finds Covington, lets it go from deep. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And here's George. Five on the clock. Portland grabs the miss.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Lillard outside. McCollum outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
And here's Los Angeles. George looking over the floor. That shot missing, and the Trailblazers going the other way.
3 straight misses to begin this contest, and already starting to look frustrated.
Morris against Covington. McCollum outside. Inside. 11 feet away, and he drops that one in.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Leonard on the wing, defended by Covington. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson against Lillard.
Oh my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
For 3, Covington. Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, Morris. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Here's Zubac. Makes it off the glass. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. And the basket by McCollum.
And, you know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Leonard inside. Covington's there. Count that one.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And it goes down 2 points.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And, boy, he can strike at any time.
Outside, George. To the paint. Out to Morris. Leonard inside. Defended by Covington. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Lillard surveying the D. 23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by McCollum.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Here's George. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Portland out in front. They lead by a bucket. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Kennard against Anthony. And yes, it's good. Kennard's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Clippers.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
Simons surveying the D. And the 3 off target. And here are the Clippers. Left side, Batum. To the inside, taken away by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Simons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. Powell against Kennard. Pass to Cousins. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Blazers on offense. Here's Simons. The pass to Anthony. Powell against Kennard. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony down low. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. McCollum's checked in. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Good. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Rondo passes to Cousins. And Cantor pulls it down.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Jones, no one around him. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. And they get it. And the layup is good. Cousins has got 5 points in the quarter.
If you thought that was an easy score for DeMarcus, you're right. He has endless moves to work with in the painted area.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. It's McCollum on the wing. 18 feet out. Rebound by the Clippers.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Rondo dishes to Beverly. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. It's good.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Oh, McCollum in position. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Shot, high post. Here's George. Here's Zubats. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Covington with the ball.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And by just a... And that'll do it for...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half.
Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. Jackson against Lillard. The 15-footer. That one misses.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Leonard, no luck. Portland leading, and now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Outside Leonard. Out to Morris from downtown. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. His three-pointers off the mark.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And that one off the back of the rim and in. McCollum's got 13.
A natural score. Give McCollum any room to get his shot off, and he's going to let it fly.
George against Lillard. Takes it out to Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Such a crafty score. Nice pump fake by Leonard to draw the foul.
The free throw drops for Leonard. For the Clippers, Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Simons. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And now a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Now here's Beverly. Defense is right there. Jones against Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 5-point Portland lead. 1:15 left in the third. Now here's Lillard. A step back shot here. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Jones the pass to Simons. Over Kennard. And it's Simons missing. Clippers trail by 5. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kennard with the ball. The dish to Cousins. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he makes the first.
One of the more controversial players in the game. What's amazing through all the scrutiny is the consistency of Cousins' production.
Here's Simons. He has 7. Over Kennard. No good on the last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Portland out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Reggie Jackson. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And a wide open look for McCollum. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 3. Jackson has the open look. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's McCollum for 3. Another shot. There's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
It's intercepted. Out to the wing. Lillard from outside. No good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
It's not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Floats it up there for Nurkic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Jackson finds George. Nurkic with the block. And they're able to recover. Shot clock at 5. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Trailblazers leading by 7. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Back to Lillard. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Covington with the steal. And here's McCollum for three. Offensive rebound. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. 6 to shoot. For three, Covington. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from George. Outside for Rondo to end the cold streak. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Now Lillard. The three ball. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
On the wing, George. He's guarded by McCollum. George against McCollum. And the dunk by Zubac. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lillard outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Nurkic. Tips it up. And the second chance effort by McCollum.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Rondo passes to Zubac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
55 seconds left in the game. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for C.J. McCollum.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Lillard finds McCollum. Trailblazers keep it alive. Back to Lillard. Here's the three. No good that time. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Jackson passes to Zubac. Drops it in.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate.
Rip City. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Here's Doncic on the money from 12 feet away.
We know this. Doncic is an aggressive, thirsty scorer. If you allow airspace, even in the mid-range, he's going to make you pay.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And so here is Dallas. Portland making their last shot. Cauley Stein kicks to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. And he gets the bucket.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
The free throws good from Lillard.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Doncic finds Richardson. The 19-foot shot, and it's rebounded by Covington.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Chalk up 2 there.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Doncic feeling it out. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Off target from 3-point range. Lillard against Richardson. Takes it out to Covington. The shot that time not on target. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in. And Doncic hits it to go. Doncic has got his 2nd basket of the game. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
Now that jumper is pure Porzingis. Nice follow through, nice touch. This guy is very fundamentally sound.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard from outside. Mavericks with the rebound. There's a minute 34 left in the first. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Here's Lillard. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The putback.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Doncic right side. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Trailing by 2. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Kicks it out to Richardson. The 3. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Simons. He dishes it to Cantor, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's Simons. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Mavericks leading by 3. The pass to Powell. Here's Burke. There's the 3. Three-pointer. And that one released in time, but no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Powell. Maxi Kleber is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Burke, and it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. Just 4 to shoot. Good, nice job down low. Kleber's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Cantor trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Simons.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Brunson kicks to Kleber. Down low, Powell. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, this is where Dwight Powell is in his element. All of those physical abilities coming to bear on the interior. Nicely done.
Here's Simons. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Kleber. The Blazers getting the bucket. That shot off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleber grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleber texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Portland with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's Simons. He has 6. Lobs it up for Cantor. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, Cantor is a big-time target. Sometimes just throw it toward the rim. He'll take care of the rest. Powell,
the pass to Kleber. For the three. He can't get it to go. And it's Portland the other way. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. The dish to Jones. Portland moving the ball around. Passes it to Simons. Hardaway with the steal. To the middle. Out to the right wing. Here's the lob to the hoop. The shot by Powell, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That's good from Anthony. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Now, here's Doncic. Yep, that one goes in there. Doncic has got 6.
Just another way Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Here's Cantor. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Outside, Porzingis. There's a minute left to play in the first half. 5 to shoot. Richardson with it. Cantor covering. Puts it up from 15. Richardson, no luck.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Anthony. 2 free throws coming up, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Here's Anthony. Kicks it to Powell. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. They were out. And that's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Now here's Lillard. It's Nurkic, top of the key. And finished off by Nurkic.
And get out of the way. Nurkic drives with tremendous physicality. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Porzingis. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Here's Doncic. Can't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Brunson scanning the floor. Outside Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Covington's a guy that has a team-first mentality, so if he sees an open teammate, I promise he'll deliver.
Here's Brunson. The Blazers getting the bucket. To the inside. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Mavericks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Brunson. To end the drought, Powell trying to free himself up. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. Lillard against Richardson. Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
How about that? He made no mistake on that one.
Mavericks trail by 7. Richardson with it. He has 5. Powell finds Marjanovic. Pass to Richardson. Powell inside. Anthony on him. The shot by Powell, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Lillard looking around. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him...
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Damian Lillard. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. They get a hand on it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Mavericks with possession here. From deep. The rebound by Giles.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 6-point lead at the... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Trailblazers leading by 6. On the floor for Dallas, Dwight Powell is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Burke in at the 2 guard. Simons, the pass to Jones. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And that one falls for Burke. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the pass to Powell. Lets it go from the wing. And it's good off the back rim and in. Powell's got his first 2 points.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Lillard against Doncic. From the wing, Green for 2 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Lillard. And that one, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Doncic, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Lillard, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The 3 for Doncic. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Hard to find any weakness in Doncic's offensive game. Boy, when this three-point shot is dropping, look out.
Doncic against Lillard. The 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
A good look from Doncic. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Here's Lillard. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Kanter throws it down.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now Doncic from deep three-point range, and it's Portland with the rebound. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. Richardson comes in for Burke.
Now, Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
1:53 left to play here in the fourth. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Giles checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Dallas with a change here, too. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. And there it is for him.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Doncic outside. From deep. Another three for Dallas.
You just don't realize how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. And that was sweet.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Doncic against Covington. Doncic, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. And stolen by Richardson. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. For Portland, they've gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Here's Doncic. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Here is Lillard. Pocket 6. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
And here's Doncic from the arc. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Second chance shot. Richardson the pass to Doncic. From deep. No good that time. And so it's Portland winning this one. They didn't make it easy. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for And with tip.
Hey, Kevin, the map.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now George after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Stolen by Zubac. Now George. Porzingis with the steal. Richardson outside, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Now here's George. Inside. Zubac, that's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that one's good. Doncic.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Doncic with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Richardson the pass to Doncic. And the shot is long. Now the Clippers moving it up. And the wide open shot from Morris. The three-pointer off the mark. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. The Mavericks rebound. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Tries again.
Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Now here's George. Over Richardson. That one wide left. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
A nice shot by George.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Doncic passes to Richardson. From downtown, Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot from the arc. The shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George passes to Zubac. And George kicks to Morris. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Doncic against Jackson.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Leonard dishes to Morris. Nice D from Doncic.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. That one, no good. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, on nights where Kawhi Leonard piles up some points, he can make a big mark because of the offensive rebounding crowds.
Brunson the pass to Burke. Here's Brunson. It's a tie game in Dallas. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Brunson in at the point. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. He feeds it to Powell. And that's going to be a travel. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside. And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Here's Kennard. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Kennard against Redick. Baseline jumper. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And Beverly kicks to Cousins. The three It's rebounded by Brunson. The Mavericks trail it. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. 4 on the clock. Reddick comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now, here's Doncic. There's the triple. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the first one drops. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. That one is no good.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Doncic. 54 seconds left in the first half of the game. George looking around. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. And George, here we go. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now, here's Doncic. He has 5. Pass to Porzingis. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's George. Lets it fly. They get it again. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Doncic outside. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Clippers leading by 6. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in the 2-guard spot.
Richardson doing a great job in transition. Has good speed. That time accelerates in the open floor.
Outside, George. Count it. George has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to Porzingis. Now, here's Marjanovic. There's the pass to Burke. 6 on the shot clock. From about 19 feet. Hardaway, no good.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Deflects the pass. That's tipped. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Marjanovic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Marjanovic has got his first basket. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. J.J. Redick's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. Man gets the bucket. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent as the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 22. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And here's Beverly after J.J. Redick hitting the three. Here's Burke. The Mavericks rebound. Feeds it to Redick. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. Cauley-Stein kicks to Redick. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Mavericks trail by 7. And here is Doncic. He has 5. Kicks to Burke. Lets it go from deep. And with the rebound. Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The first one falls. J.J. Redick's checked in for Trey Burke. So he gets them both. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Doncic against Rondo. Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. Back to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. He lobs it up. That shot off. Clippers leading by 9. Here's Mann. Bucket is good. Mann's got 8 here in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Doncic. He started close. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Rondo against Doncic. Pass to Zubac. Rondo looking over the floor. Here's Mann. He's got 10. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Mavericks trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Rondo against Doncic. Rondo passes to Zubac. And and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Tips it. Porzingis on the follow. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Kennard. Leonard looking around. Goes up on the block. Cousins trying to free himself up. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Richardson gets a wide open look. They get the rebound. Here's Porzingis out to Doncic. No good on the triple.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Doncic from deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Over Kleba. And he can't bank that one in. Mavericks trail by 4. Throws it up high. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. George. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Doncic with it. Pass to Porzingis. Over Cousins. No good on that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. George, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Porzingis, it's a 2. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Marjanovic checked in, and that last out-of-bounds violation is going to be contested. Coach's challenge has been issued here.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review. Coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have Greg a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 6. Leonard finds George. Shoots the 3. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
That's a really nice stroke. Paul George set up nicely, great release, and big-time shot there.
To the paint, and the basket is good.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Clippers have gone 4-7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Jackson deciding where to go with it. George double team. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. Mavericks trailed by 7. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Stolen by Jackson. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Takes it out to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 9.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Takes the 13-footer. Good on the jump shot.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. George against Richardson. George up top. And stolen by Richardson.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 5. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
Looks like Josh Richardson is always seeking a shot. This time, looking for contact as well.
Okay. It's the first that shrinks the margin to just 4. And Richardson drops them both.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Kleba finds Doncic. On deep. But they get it best.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. A narrow. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. And just about to get underway as the starting fives. Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition. D.A.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Hawks, Tony Snell is out there with Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point. Now here's Harden.